The glasses are back. How about it? My parents are in town at the moment, and I left them at home. Last time I went back to New Zealand, I left my glasses at home, and so they brought them over for me. How good, man! Like, actually looking through them now. I love blue light blockers so much, but I'm not buying another pair just because I left mine at home, bro. Anyways, last night I did not get to film a live trade because I was on call in the Discord. So I'll jump in here now and do a trade recap just to keep the daily process. I did take a loss last night, so on the week I'm down about 500, and this was a trade. This was a day where I had won the trade previously, so I was looking to risk $1,000 because of market conditions. I de-risked, so I only lost 500. Ended up working in my favor. So let's jump into it and let's just start off with daily bias because this is where I probably should have already recognized that market conditions weren't going to be perfect today. Look at it. This is the 5 minute time frame. So market has moved like this since Asian opened. This is what we're dealing with. It's not only me draw. Like, this is just big consolidation. 15 minute time frame, same thing. There's no sort of liquidity. Like, all this is generating liquidity, and that was all that the morning and Asian and London provided, was just that. It was generating liquidity. There was no manipulation at all. And so coming into the day, I knew that we had liquidity to both sides, and I had favored this bullish bias because of the fact that when market was coming to open, we were sitting all the way, like, we were sitting up here. So I'll just take you back to market open real quick. This is where we're opening. We have one, two, three, and then we had four relative equal highs. Like, this is just low resistance liquidity, especially these ones here. Like, this is very in reach. To the downside, yes, we have, one, two, three, maybe four draws to the downside, but it's not like, this isn't anywhere near as grouped together as this liquidity was. So my targets for the day and my favored bias was going to be London highs, and I sort of just wanted to see something to take out these relative equal highs. Same thing over here on NQ, and more so on NQ today. We had these relative equal highs. We had this high here as well. We had this high, and then this high, and then another high over here. So if you come onto an hourly time frame, this is looking really clear, or this is just a much stronger area where I'm looking for longs. So that was my bias going into the day. I was aware that we had draws to the downside. I was aware that we had just been manipulating, or not manipulating, we'd just been generating liquidity through the morning. And so I was just waiting to see something clear appear. And I think that is where I sort of went wrong today. I rushed into it, man, if I'm being dead honest. I didn't rush, but market opens and we just dumped. From here, I was sort of looking at this. I was hoping we put in a bullish S&T, but we just didn't. We took out London lows on both. And so I was like, okay, from here, this is an area where I am expecting to see some sort of manipulation. Like, if I'm looking at this, for me to want to take a long, I need to see this bearish manipulation league get invalidated. For that to be invalidated, the easiest way that we could do that is by inverting this fair value gap. So this is A plus. If I can see, if there was an S&T involved, that would be A plus. There was no S&T today, and that just is something that I had to work with. The issue we're faced with is we ripped on ES, and NQ was just failing to give us anything. And this is pretty much what happened the entire day. Like, we start to get legs up here. At this point here, I'm thinking, okay, like, if we can get some sort of a retracement going on here, followed by confirmation, I'd be happy to take along on ES. But we just ripped. I think this next candlestick, yeah, the next candlestick was just so clear. And like at this point, it was just so far gone. Like I can't place a trade off of that inversion when we're all the way up here because the risk reward's bad. I just wouldn't want to chase that movement. But also at the same time that ES is doing this, NQ is literally sitting down here. Like, what is that? And so I'm sitting there and I just didn't really know what to think of it. Yeah, it was sort of just messing me over. Like, psychologically, I was just thinking, like, why would we not be respecting that? And so that took me away from trading that movement. I had an idea in mind, and the idea that I thought we could potentially see from here would be NQ manipulates these lows, and then we see a bullish S&T because ES is lagging is so far up here, like it's not going to come all the way down, and then I could take along, and that is what I really wanted to see when we were sitting down here, just to make something clear. So from here, I was really just looking for some sort of manipulation leg to indicate that we were going to get out of this consolidation and to indicate that NQ was going to follow bullish, follow that bullish movement that ES was already making. The 15-minute time frame here was, like, let's ignore that one real quick. That's how the 15-minute candlestick closed. So that's definitely a candlestick that I'm looking at that's indicating longs. And if you look over here on NQ, it's even more obvious, you know, like we've really reacted off of this. And from here, like a candlestick that I would be expecting to follow that is bullish. And so I was taking this next trade and my bias was still in line with that 15-minute time frame in play. So we didn't go wrong yesterday. After we started to get legs down here, bro, I feel really out of breath today. This is mad. But see, we're just still chopping, and then where was the candlestick? Bang. So we finally get some sort of manipulation. And I was looking at this leg here as we've taken out all this internal liquidity. Like we have 4 or 5 relative equal lows here. And we've also put in a bullish S&T between, I believe it was this low here, and NQ still lagging all the way up here, failed to come down and take this low. We're back inside this inverse fair value gap. If you go onto the 3-minute time frame, we were in equilibrium? Yeah, we were in equilibrium. So I was viewing this as a retracement. Psychology here is if I can see some sort of confirmation on NQ and ES, like say they both give a confirmation to the upside from here, I'm happy to view this ES movement as a retracement, and then I'm happy to also, like that's also an indication that NQ is finally going to follow suit and respect this bullish movement. Because realistically, we've already invalidated bearish price action here. Like ES is very bullish. The 50-minute time frame is looking bullish. The 5-minute time frame, we inverse this gap. So ES has given us our confirmation for the day. If I can see some sort of confirmation, like a retracement and a confirmation out of that, that's a confirmation for me that the lagging index is going to follow suit, and that then we are going to respect this retracement here on ES and start to see a bullish follow through over here on NQ. So that was my idea for the day, and I entered off of this next candlestick on NQ. Right there, we saw a change in the state of delivery on this 1-minute time frame, and I place a generous stop. Now, why did I de-risk here? The main reason that I de-risked here, my targets as well, like relative equal highs, that I was pretty much just going to target that and call it a day, because that to me was the really obvious draw on liquidity. But why did I de-risk here? It was because of that initial prediction that I had in my mind, and that initial idea that I had, that I wanted to see us create a bullish SMT off of this low. And I also saw us create these relative equal lows, and I'm like, I don't want to put a full bando on the line here. Like, I don't want to play this too aggressively, just because it's not that obvious, like we're juggling this bad price action here with clear price action over here on ES. We still haven't respected any sort, or disrespected any sort of bearish confluence over here on the 3 and the 5 minute. So that was my reason for de-risking today. Ended up working out, because we had this little bullish follow through, and then we just dumped. I'm pretty sure we had a news release last night, something about China and America still talking about tariffs. So that was what caused that movement there. But yeah, regardless, man, that was my trade for the day. So at this point, I was pretty much out of the charts. Like, I saw the 15-minute candlestick closure there, and I was like, well, realistically, I'm not going to predict us rotating all the way off of this. Like, say we put in a bullish SMT, I'm not going to take a long against this bearish candlestick closure. Like, that's just way too aggressive for how I trade. So yeah, that was literally my trade for the day. I lost 500, and it's one of those days where it sort of just is what it is. Like, I could have avoided it by far out, I'm out of breath, but I could have avoided it by being more patient, I think. Like, I could have waited for that initial idea to play out. However, I saw this internal model present itself. Like, realistically, this is a fine internal model. We have a bullish extension. We accumulate. We manipulate that. We create an SMT. Even though it is an internal SMT, it's still an SMT. And then we see that confirmation off of it. That confirmation was plenty enough for me to enter. And all in all, man, like, I am not mad at that trade at all. So realistically, it's just one of those ones for me. Like, I'm happy with how we manage the markets. I'm super happy that we de-risk too, because obviously, like, it feels good to de-risk and then take a loss. But yeah, like, all in all, that's pretty much my trading day. I saw the next candlestick closure on the 15, and I was like, that is it. I'm out. I don't want to lose any more money. Psychologically, that is good. And yeah, I think these are the sort of days that, I don't know, these are just the days that you have to deal with. Like, I was walking around work today, and I actually wasn't upset. Usually after I take a loss, I'll be pretty upset, or after I have a bad night in the charts, I'll be sort of bummed. But I wasn't. Like, I think that this, all in all, how I approached the day was super solid, and there just isn't a lot that I would have done differently. The only thing potentially is that I enter off of the 3 minute candlestick closure rather than the 1 minute. But I don't know, like, it would have been the exact same. Realistically, the 3 minute body was here anyway, so it just doesn't matter. Like, as if we're gonna see this 1 minute candlestick close here and then rotate all the way on back down. Like, it's just not how the markets move. So yeah, I was happy to scale down to that 1 minute time frame and take it there. That's my video for the night, man. Like, just checking in, keeping transparent. I need to get my health sorted out, bro, because I'm super out of breath right now. I'm pretty much I think I'm just working too much. Like, I think I'm literally working 8 hours a day, sitting down, making a video. After this, I'm going to journal for a couple hours, back test, and then my parents are cooking me dinner now as well, because, bro, it's so good having my parents here, because usually I, like, sit down, make the video, and then I have to do all my journaling from the night before, do my paper journaling, like writing and stuff. Then I have to back test as well. And then I also have to go cook dinner, which is lame as. So now I can just do the stuff that matters to me and then go to my parents for dinner, and then come back and do this actual stuff that I care about. How good. So that is, what day was it? It was Tuesday the 8th in the charts. Thank you boys for tuning into this little market recap. Haven't done one of these in a minute, man. Let me know if you'd like some of these shorter style videos. I think this one's going to be a bit longer, but I could definitely start doing some shorter form just trade recaps and stuff for you guys, because I know those other ones are a little bit long. It's a bit more of a niche crowd that I'm reaching with that. Anyways, man, thank you boys for tuning in. All the best in the charts tonight. Beware, we have FOMC meeting minutes, so it's going to be it could be a bit of a volatile session, or it could be a not volatile session at all. Like, just something to really think about before you go placing money on the table. But yeah, other than that, stay safe. Thank you boys for tuning in. Love and appreciate you.